Ah yes, the 1970s. While the world was dancing to disco and waiting in gas lines, something strange was happening in garages. Something that smelled suspiciously like soldering iron and stale pizza. The economy, a mess. The government, distrusted. The vibe, existential dread in bell-bottoms. But for a few nerds with thick glasses and thinner social lives, it was paradise. Big computers had been around since the 50s. Giant behemoths that required a room, a PhD, and a healthy fear of vacuum tubes. But by the 70s, semiconductors were shrinking faster than Nixon's approval ratings. And then came the microprocessor. Enter the Altair, 8800 1975's answer to what if a typewriter had a nervous breakdown. It didn't do much. But it did blink, and that was enough. Bill Gates saw it and thought, yep, I'm quitting Harvard. Jobs and Wozniak. They took the Altair and said, let's make it cute. Boom, the Apple I, handmade, underpowered, and way too expensive. Instant legend. Meanwhile, companies like Intel were quietly changing the world, chip by chip. Xerox PARC was busy inventing everything. Graphical interfaces, Ethernet, the mouse, and then forgetting to patent it. Oops. But here's the twist. This wasn't just about hardware. It was about attitude. Many of these future tech moguls were raised in the glow of 60s counterculture and baptized in 70s disillusionment. They didn't trust institutions. They didn't want corporate jobs. They wore sandals to meetings and thought suits were for sellouts. Steve Jobs, a barefoot seeker who dropped acid and read Zen koans, didn't just want to build a computer. He wanted to change the world. He took the anti-authoritarian spirit of the hippie movement and reprogrammed it into the DNA of Silicon Valley. Computers were no longer cold tools of the Pentagon. They were personal, intimate, maybe even spiritual. Wozniak built the Apple I for fun. Jobs made it a mission. In short, the same decade that saw the collapse of trust in government, the unraveling of 60s idealism, and the death of disco, somehow birthed a new digital idealism, that a few rebels with code could reshape society from the bottom up. They believed technology could empower the individual and maybe even liberate the soul. They were young, idealistic, occasionally high, and totally committed, not to profits, to purpose. By the end of the 70s, the personal computer was no longer science fiction. It was beige, bulky, and barely functional. But it was real. The revolution wasn't televised. It was typed in BASIC at 2 a.m. to the sound of Pink Floyd. So next time your laptop crashes during a Zoom call, remember, it all started in the 70s by rebels who couldn't get dates with a soldering iron and something to prove. The essence of technology is the idealist's way of finding order in chaos. In memory of all the computers that booted from cassette tapes. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you for watching.